Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday.
Alright.
Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday.
Are you drunk?
If they were.
Hey, and welcome back to, what's the name of our show?
I'm rolling with the LGBT, looking like we belong on TV. I'm rolling with the LGBT.
Yeah.
Queer content.
Yeah, we're queer content.
Oh, it's been a minute.
We're gay material.
But today, we are doing a Gale. I was trying to say gay male, and I said Gale.
You're having a strep?
New combination. A gay male movie, Love, Simon. Alright, so starting off with our synopsis.
Okay, Love, Simon is a high school coming out story with the main character Simon Spear. He is like a senior in high school, about to go to college, and he knows that he's gay, but nobody else knows that he's gay, and he's kind of terrified to come out and tell anyone anything about his secret gayness.
And on their website for their high school where they post a bunch of like secrets, this person named Blue posts a something talking about how they're secretly gay, but they're really scared to come out. So Simon starts messaging with Blue. They can have some kind of romance kind of starting.
Correspondence.
Yeah, and it turns into this whole big thing about if they're gonna come out, how they're gonna come out, who is Blue. Simon trying to figure that out, and it's pretty fun.
Oh, and that someone almost secretly outs him.
There's some blackmail involved.
Yeah, there's literal blackmail.
Which is messed up.
And it's gross because they're exchanging people.
Qualification number 1. How many LGBTQIA plus characters are in the movie?
3.
Correct. There are 3. We've got Simon, we've got Ethan, and then we've got Blue. And those are 3 gay characters we have. Qualification number 2. How important are these LGBTQIA plus characters to the plot?
Simon is imperative.
He is the main character, the number 1 character.
Blue, like you said, doesn't show up until the end.
Mm-hmm.
But he does. But he's not out.
Yeah.
Because he's also struggling with coming out.
And the viewer doesn't know who Blue is until the very end. And it's super interesting the way they do it, because we're seeing the world through Simon's perspective. And so it's him imagining all these different guys as being Blue, because he's trying to guess who Blue is. And so almost all of the male characters in the movie are shown as maybe being Blue, which I think is kind of fun. And it changes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 gay characters, but there's 15 stand-ins.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of them could be gay, we don't know.
I mean, that's true.
So that was Blue. And then the last one is Ethan. And he is the only out student at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not a main character, he's kind of a secondary character.
Yeah.
But I feel like his inclusion really does add something to the plot still.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
Because he basically is the person paving the way for Simon. Even though Simon is so scared to come out and get treated the way Ethan's getting treated.
Qualification number 3 is the representation of the LGBTQIA plus characters positive or negative? I think this movie super positive.
Yeah, hands down, all the time, really good.
It's amazing. We've got the main character is a young gay man who's struggling with coming out, which I think is really important, and I feel has been done before, but never in such a kind of lighthearted, positive way.
Yeah, I'm scared to come out, not I can't wait to come out and then jump off this building.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with gay male movies as I am with lesbian movies. But from the coming out movies that I've seen, a lot of them don't turn out well. Or it's very dark and very almost suicidal.
Yeah.
Which is real for a lot of LGBT youth. I mean,
that's
there
true.
is an incredibly high rate of depression and suicide. But I also think it's so important to see how it can be a really positive thing
Yeah.
for young people.
And it's so happy and it's so fun. Like, I feel like deep down Simon as a character, I haven't read the book, but I feel like he, like, knows that everything's going to be okay. It's just, like, he's scared of the things that will change when he comes out.
Yeah, because, like, even at the beginning, he's talking about how his family is pretty, like, liberal and relaxed. Like, his mom is, like, making, like, feminist posters and stuff. So he knows things will be not terrible. But
Yeah.
it's still a scary thing. Like, even if you grow up in a community that isn't going to, like, completely hate you for being gay, it's always scary to come out. Like, because it's such a declaration of who you are, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah. And I really liked, they did this one scene that was like a montage of where Simon was like, why don't straight people have to come out as straight? Like, it's so unfair that only gay people have to come out. I think Simon is a very, like, kind of neutral character. Like,
He's bland.
he's not very exciting. He's like, I love coffee and watching movies with my friends. And, like, I dress in hoodies. Like, I don't know. He's not, like, nothing about him is really, like, exceptional. Which makes him, I think, a blank slate that people can, like, project themselves on.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like, kind of the point.
I almost think he's relatable to girls, too, struggling with, like, coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could almost, like, do that, and it hardly matters.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of parts of it I cried. Because it felt very, like, relatable to my own experiences as, like, a young queer person.
Yeah.
It's just, like, it's nice to finally have, like, a gay movie that treats it so positively, especially with young characters.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, we need that. We need it.
You need that.
We need it.
It's time now.
I also thought it was really interesting, like, the contrast between Simon and his experience and then Ethan, the,
Yeah.
like, out gay boy at school, and how Simon at one point said,
Wish Ethan wouldn't make it so easy for them.
talking about people, like, bullying Ethan for being gay. And I thought that was so interesting that they put that line in there. Because you have, like, someone like Simon who's so kind of, like, closed off, trying to blend in, not wanting to be noticed and be, like, out. And then you have Ethan who's, like, pretty, he doesn't care about blending in. You know, like,
Yeah.
he's going to express himself however he wants to. And he's very openly gay. And he is getting bullied for it.
Yeah.
But he's also able to, like, snap back.
Ethan, I didn't know you liked football. He's just here to check out the packages.
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to grab your micro penis in public? Could we get some hummus for that baby carrot?
I also wanted to bring up that I thought the interactions with Simon and the parents was so, like, authentic and interesting too. Like, before Simon was coming out, his dad kept saying things that weren't like rudely homophobic, but it was like a little homophobic, like joking about people being like fruity and stuff.
How did that guy even become the Bachelor?
Why?
Well, he's clearly gay.
No, he's not.
Really?
He's handsome.
That date where he took the girl to the make your own perfume place?
Oh, Dad.
He
the
is so
producers planned those
fruity.
dates.
He's so fruity. He's a one-man pride parade. Are you kidding me?
And just like Simon's like little reactions to those kind of like microaggressions, I thought felt really real too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes if straight people don't have like a gay person in their life, then they don't think about stuff like that, and they'll just like offhandedly like say little comments like that and not think about how it's affecting people.
But my dad saying stuff like that, I felt like he was more open to being like perceptive of gay people, and it wasn't as much of like a gross. It was like a, you
Gay
know, that's
people
just
are
like, that's a
thing.
person, yeah, and like that must be tough, you know, something
Could
like
be.
that. But I feel like, you know, Jennifer Garner was just like, I don't want to assume, so I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, that's true. I also thought it was funny how Simon, when he was like coming out to his parents on Christmas, his dad's first reaction was like, "Oh, did you get someone pregnant?" Just because when I came out to my mom, she had the exact same reaction. And I was like, that feels really authentic. Because like when I came out to her, I was really nervous, and I was like, Mom, I gotta talk to you about something. And she was like, oh my God, are you pregnant? And I was like, how? No. Now our final rankings of the movie overall.
I think it was an 8 out of 10. I love the movie. I think it's super sweet, and all the stuff you said about representation is really super duper important. The characters are a little bland, and there was no action. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. For me, I didn't think I was going to originally rank it this high. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's good, it's sweet. But I would not have ranked it as like a very good movie. But the second time watching it and thinking about what it does for representation and what it does for like LGBT youth especially, I'm going to rank it a 9 out of 10. Because like we talked about before, there's a lot of movies with like gay young people, but I can't think of another movie that shows coming out and that shows being gay in high school as such like a positive, good, realistic thing, you know?
Yeah.
I really liked the cinematography. I thought it was really fun, like how they had all the different guys be blue. And I loved the fantasy scene of when he went to college, and college was this like amazing gay place, which it is. Also, the adult characters were hilarious. All of the students, a little boring, a little like basic, but still just so important.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. So thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. We're thinking about maybe doing videos where we talk about our coming out stories, because this made us kind of like remember old times. So yeah, please give this video a like, subscribe. We're trying to get some more subscribers, and comment below. Let us know what kind of video do you want us to do next week. Maybe we'll do a funny one. Maybe we'll do a review. So, yeah.
Yeah, leave a comment and we're going to send you to Paris, the one we like the most. We'll get you tickets to go see Oprah, and you'll fly Delta Airlines, and you'll stay at the Omni Hotel.
You have to stop promising things we can't deliver.
I'm rolling with the LGBT, looking like we belong on TV. I'm rolling with the LGBT.
But I'd rather be friends with Oprah than Gail, I think. Actually, I don't know.
Either way.
It's a toss-up.
They seem cool. Either way.
What about Stedman?
Who even knows about him, you know? He's a mysterious person.
Because his name is Stedman. I always thought he was the butler. I didn't know, like, you could have a name that's, like, Stedman. I thought, like, the min meant you were, like...
you thought that Gail...
No, like, he was a doorman. Or, like, a something man. I thought his last... the last part of his name meant it was, like, a cobbler. Or, like, you know...
What does a Stedman do?
I thought it was something that was above my knowledge. That I just, like, didn't know what a
Was
Stedman
this, like,
was.
last year? Or was this when you were, like, a child?